my name is Mika and today I will be speaking about water conservation. The topic of water shortage may seem cliche and you might have heard it in the past many times, but taking action to conserve water is highly important for the Earth's environment and for all human beings. As many of you know, water shortage is a major crisis affecting all people and organisms around the world. It is a major issue even in the United States. Arizona is currently experiencing a major water shortage. We do not have an unlimited source of water. In fact, the water cycle does not recycle water, and not all of the Earth's fresh water we have are drinkable. Much of it can't be recycled and purified enough to drink. The Earth's water is a very precious and limited resource that we have. Do you know what percentage of salt and fresh water we have on Earth today? About 97% of Earth's water is made of salt water, and only 3% of Earth's water is fresh water. However, about less than 1% is drinkable water. Much of the Earth's fresh water are in rivers and ponds that are not drinkable. Have you ever thought about how much drinking water costs? According to Fairfax Water, on average, each home or unit of a building pays about $1.50 per 1,000 gallons of water. An average cost of bottled water is only 16 to 20 ounces and costs about $1.50 as well. We must be grateful that we are supplied with fresh drinking water at such a low price. Have you ever wondered how much money and water you waste by buying bottled water? Many people are not aware of how much advantage we take of being supplied with fresh water. Many places, such as Africa, are not as fortunate. It is a struggle for them to find drinking water every day. Large amounts of water for bathing or laundry is often not even an option. According to Missionaries of Africa, about 2,500 children are dying every day because they do not have clean drinking water. They often die from dehydration. Water is highly important for many of the physiological functions in your body. Along with not having safe drinking water, many of these people do not have access to medical care. Water is important to distribute medicines such as IV lines. Without water and medicine, many lives are on the line every day. Can you imagine if you lost a loved one because they are deprived of fresh drinking water? Part of the reason why many people in places like Africa do not have clean water is because they cannot afford it. People who cannot afford clean water often walk about 4 to 6 miles every day to retrieve drinking water that is not even clean. Young children often have to choose to go to school or retrieve water. Many children wake up early or leave school early and walk 4 to 6 miles just to retrieve that drinking water. Each person transports about 30 to 40 gallons of water per trip. Could you imagine yourself carrying gallons of water every day and walking up to 6 miles in the scorching heat? We often just walk to the kitchen sink or drive to a local grocery store to retrieve our water. I would like all of you to carefully think about what it is like to walk miles to retrieve dirty water. With all of these shocking facts, it's almost impossible not to do something about the water crisis. It is quite simple to conserve water and take action to help your community and others who are not as fortunate. According to Active Water, it costs about $500 to $750 to build a well that provides safe drinking water for roughly 750 people in places like Africa. If 100 people are willing to donate $7.50 to Active Water, they can build a well that changes lives and prevents death. If you could even avoid buying 7 bottled water, you could take that money instead and donate it to a much better cause. Just think about the little sacrifices you make a large difference in people's lives. I understand that many of us are low on money due to many things. Perhaps you're a college student paying for books and tuitions. Perhaps you're a parent trying to support a family for all of their needs. Perhaps you're struggling during this hard economic time for several reasons. However, there are still things that you could do to use less water. One way you can simply conserve water is by shutting off the faucet when you're brushing your teeth. When you do not shut off the faucet while brushing your teeth, it can waste up to 1 gallon of water. Another way to conserve water is by fixing dripping faucets. If you let your bath water or sink water drip for several hours a day, it could potentially waste up to 3 gallons of water. Just think about how much you could waste in 1 year. You could also collect rainwater in buckets to garden, wash your cars, and clean the house like bathroom floors and kitchen floors. I hope that you can make these small changes and sacrifices to saving water and contribute to aid to help the needy. Taking small steps to conserve water makes a significant difference around the world. In the end, I hope you have all realized that small changes that you make or minor actions that you take to conserve water can change the lives of many. Remember not to take advantage of fresh water because less than 1% is actual drinking water. It is also highly important to tell people around the world about the water crisis and how it affects every individual all over the world. Educating people about the water crisis is an important step in taking action to actually conserve water. Also, always remember that small contributions or making minor changes in your life is what can change the world to conserve the Earth's most precious resource. You do not have to do great things in order to make a change. All you have to do is take small steps. You may also make donations or learn more about conserving water through activewater.org. Thank you.